The materials that we're going to be using right here is, first, you need an assistant, which is what I have right here. Move, Maverick. You have to have an assistant for this project. But if you don't have an assistant, you know, you can do this on your own because these boards are not that heavy. So you need some MDF boards or your board of choice for your desk. I'm using MDF board because A, it is a little bit cheaper, and like I said, it's pretty easy to maintain yourself depending on what you're using it for. And if you seal it properly, depending on what you're using it for, this board will not warp on you or anything. That's very sturdy. So I'm using an MDF board that I had here. These boards come, I think, as high as 8 feet, starts at 4x8, or 8x4, which is 8 feet long, 4 feet wide, and they go a little bit longer. I don't know if they come for anything smaller than this, but the good thing about going to a hardware store is that you can actually have it cut to size. So I already had this board before. Actually, I mentioned in my earlier part of this video that my actual workshop desk was actually 8 feet long, but I cut that size down to 7. I think it's 7x3. So 8x4, I just knocked off a foot on each side to kind of make it shorter. But you need yourself an MDF board, and you need at least about 3/4 thick. You don't want it less than that. You can have it thicker than this, but I just got the 3/4 thick because I'm not putting much on it besides a laptop and maybe a monitor. And these monitors are not that heavy nowadays, especially if you use just a regular 24-inch up to maybe 32-inch monitor. It's not going to put a lot of weight on it. So I have my MDF board right here. I have 2 of them. Oops. I have this one right here as well as this one right here. And the reason why I'm doing 2 is I'm trying to make the L shape. So it's going to be one board right there, one board this way. So you need your MDF board cut to size based on what size you want. You're also going to need a stud finder. This is an electronic one where if I put it on the wall, it'll make a beep sound and let me know where the stud is. And the reason why you need a stud finder is because I'm actually going to bolt these type of brackets on my actual wall, and then the board's going to sit on top of it. I'm not sure if you can see that, but you bolt it kind of like on the wall right here. Maybe you can see like that. You bolt it on the wall, and then this part gets bolted up on your actual board. Now, these are just basic shelf brackets. Since these boards are not that heavy, I actually got the shelf bracket that said it holds up to 500 pounds per pair. So I got 6 of these because I'm going to do 3 on this wall and 2 on this wall because this is going to be my heaviest side of the actual board because this is going to be the side I'm going to be working on the most with my computer. But like I said, all I have is a laptop on it. I'm not going to have a lot of heavy stuff on it, just a laptop and maybe a keyboard and maybe a monitor. But if you don't want your monitor on the actual desk, you can actually get one of those floating monitors where you can actually hang it on top of something. That way you just put the actual bar here and your monitor on your desk. But right now I'm just showing you how I'm doing the desk. I haven't quite figured out how I'm going to put stuff on it, but right now I'm just showing you the desk. So you need your MDF board or tabletop of choice. Like I said, hardware store or Ikea, if you have one, are your best bet. You need some type of bracket. Like I said, I'm doing floating brackets because I want, like I said, the space underneath it. However, you can get legs. You know, Ikea does sell them. Amazon sells, which I'll show you a picture right here of the legs that I use for my actual other desk. As you can see right here on the screen, I actually got these legs. 2 of them I got from Ikea, but due to COVID-19, a lot of these legs are no longer in stock. But Amazon sells these legs for, 4 in a pack. So I had 2 already on my desk from Ikea, and the other 2 I used from Amazon. And they're about 28 inches in height. And that's the only size I need. I don't need anything shorter than that, but 28 inches is perfect. They are adjustable legs on those ones from Ikea. The ones from Amazon, they only are 28 inches, but they have a 2-inch roll on the bottom, so you can go up about 2 inches, I think. Or maybe an inch, I'm not sure. But since most office desks, if you ever go to an office store or look at a desk, they're about 28 inches high. So that's the only size I want. So I'm going to actually measure on the wall 28 inches high, which is the next material you need. You need some type of measurement tape because you want to go up at least 28 inches high so you can start marking it with how far you want to put your holes in. So MDF boards, some type of leg support, whether it's shelf brackets or actual legs, a stud finder, especially if you're going to be putting it to the wall because you want something sturdy. Now, you can still put it in the wall if you don't have studs, but you have to have different type of materials, you know, for drywall, which that's a whole other video. I'm not an expert in that. I call my mom every day to find out how to do this project, and we'll look on YouTube and Pinterest. So I am not that expert. I just know that she told me you need a stud finder because you want these things on the stud, or you need some type of plastic wall plaster anchors. I guess they're called wall anchors to go into the drywall. You need a pencil because you gotta make sure you mark your holes in there. You also want a leveler because you want to make sure that your actual brackets are kind of level as best as they can be. I do have another board that I'm going to put on top of the brackets to make sure that I am actually leveled. You will also need wood screws. Since, like I said, I'm actually screwing these in the wall and they're going in an actual stud, which is actually wood. You need wood screws for it. And you want to make sure that the screws you get in there don't pretty much go too far into the stud or too far into your board. I have two sets here. This is number 12 2 by half inch screws. This is the part that's going actually in through here and into the studs to the wall. Now I do have some smaller screws. I think they're like maybe a 3/4 inch because this board is 3/4 inch. So I'm only going to use 3/4 inch, maybe less than that, to go into here. And I have another set of screws for that because since I built this one over here, I have the extra screws still in my stack. So now that you got the materials, let me show you what's next.